Hello world, it's your Uncle Heavy with my weekly, well not quite weekly, but sort of every other weekly vlog. Hey, today I'm on location in Corning, New York. This is the Corning Museum of Glass. Don't really know what's going on in there. I think it's sort of like a art museum, glass museum, something based on the Corning Ware Corporation. So we're gonna go check it out. Already got my tickets. Let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. Do come along.
Camcorder. Mine. No way.
What's really interesting about this museum is it's on the property of the Corning Corporation right here. This is the world headquarters for Corning, as in Corning Ware, in Corning, New York. How many times have I said Corning? Corning. Also got some nice hills and mountains here. This is my first time here. It's kind of a nice place. Duck. Follow my footsteps. That way. Okay, so any of you have watched anything about me before know I love wind chimes. So this is like the great granddaddy of all wind chimes right here. And you can't touch it either. This is kind of disturbing. There are lots of knives just hanging over these houses. What is it? Is it interactive? Can we go inside of it? I don't know. A little bit more interpretive art here. It's made of 2,000 found machine-made glasses. Okay, now I get this sculpture from a distance. You can see, look, there's the trunk of the tree and the top of the tree, and yeah, there's quite a few trees made out of glasses. This is the Corning Museum of Glass. It's located in Corning, New York, and was founded in 1951 by Corning Glassworks, a company known better for some of its products such as Corning Ware, Pyrex, and Corel. The museum was a gift to the world from the company, celebrating its 100th anniversary, and is dedicated to telling the story of a single material, glass. Its 10 galleries display over 50,000 objects from modern to around 3,500 years old. There are also several hot glass and glass-making demonstrations that can be viewed here. Each year, the museum sees about 400,000 guests. I'm pretty sure this guy was a character in The Last Jedi. Kind of looks like those crystal foxes. This is another interpretive sculpture. It's supposed to represent birds eating a dead carcass on the side of a road in a pool of blood. Not much more to say here. A lot of the sculptures here are pretty much interpretive. Not really good in the interpretation when it comes to art, but it's still very impressive. Now this is kind of interesting. This is a sculpture that is rotating with a light shining on it, and if you look at the shadow behind it, the profile changes. It's actually a profile of the sculptor, his wife, and his daughter. Very cool. This is lots of neon and lights. Now this sculpture is interesting. It's actually sending out Morse code messages of a poem, and you can see there's a display right here that's showing the messages and the words as they come out. That is a huge pearl necklace. I don't know, it sort of looks like a blimp or a virus or a blimp virus. Now this is pretty impressive right here. This is sort of a breakdown of how Corel ware is made. See how it's almost stamped out of the hot material And yeah, there's the coral plates. Wait, point that out again. So, yeah, Michelle was just pointing it out. We actually have this set of dishes in our house.
This one's a grandma.
And this one was her grandmother's. I could see the ones I had when I was a kid. We had these ones. When I was a kid growing up, my mother had these ones here. That's kind of funny. This is basically all the patterns that Corel ever had. The sculpture of a glass blower right here. That's kind of nifty. Oh, by the way, the lovely Mrs. Heavy Michelle's with us today. And this is just a whole bunch of Corningware pots and casserole dishes. I guess the hotter the temperature that the ware gets is where you get the different finishes. The hotter temperatures get to be that white finish that we all recognize with Corningware. And you could just stand right here in the middle. See it all. In case you're wondering how many casserole dishes there are in this tower. Here's a better close-up example of it. You could see as you move up and the temperatures get hotter and hotter, the glass goes from clear to a solid white. And a stronger tempered finish as well. Here's a model of the periodic table of elements. This is kind of a cool little model here. This shows you here the diameter of fiberglass. It moves on to show the largest fiberglass texture. By comparison, this is the diameter of a human hair. And this is the diameter of your average fiber optic communications cable. Demonstrations of some lamplight lenses here. Look at this guy. And you just walk, see how it just gets bigger, and then shrinks back down again. Kind of cool. Okay, I always think this is really, really cool. This is called smart glass. See how it's completely fogged over? I just step on this thing and it's clear. Fogged, clear. Ain't technology grand? This is a big glass here. Getting ready for a glass making demonstration.
Which is kept at 2,100 degrees Fahrenheit. At that temperature, the glass is as hot as lava and moves like honey, so it's very soft and gooey. He's going to shape this with a wooden scoop tool called a block. These blocks are soaked in water, which allows the hot glass to glide along on a thin layer of steam. He's going to step on a foot pedal and you're going to see a little bubble shoot right out of the end of the pipe. And that's glass blowing. And he can begin to blow this up a little further. Here he's using the local newspaper. He uses a set of steel tools called jacks. He's going to start to cut in a line right off the end of the blowpipe. That line will become very important. That's where he's going to break the glass free from the blowpipe. So it's like the thin, weak lines in a chocolate bar that allow you to snap it apart and share it with your friends. Foot pedal, the glass is starting to inflate and become larger and thinner. Just like that, and he's got a nice big bubble. So they're gonna let this cool off just a bit, and then Katie's gonna bring over a little bit of glass for a foot. Right onto the tip of this bubble. Glass is like honey at this temperature, so they're gonna let it drip right onto the tip of that bubble. Carl will cut it free, and he'll push the glass back onto the bubble using that graphite paddle.
It makes it look so
Open that with a
easy.
wooden board to create a nice little flat spot. On the end of that foot, you can see the wooden board catches right on fire. So Katie shapes this up. She'll present it to Carl. Carl will stick it right in the center of the foot. They'll run the two irons together, making sure everything stays lined up and center. Now it's time to break the glass. So with a few drops of cold water on that constriction line he made earlier, a very light tap, it pops right off and the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
Once it starts to move around a little bit, then he knows the glass is hot and soft. And what he'll do is he'll go in and he'll start to open this right up. Now it's a little bit bigger. He's gonna puff it up with a tool called the Sophietta. But there is, however, a special window in the back of that oven. It's called fused silica, or the glass is called fused silica. It was developed here in Corning in the 1930s. It's the same type of glass that Corning gave NASA. And I'll open the bowl up once again with a tool called the Parchovies. They have centrifugal force will open the glass wide, almost flat like a plate or a platter. And then by holding it up in the air, the glass will fall back to create this beautiful ruffled edge. What do you think?
Very cool.
Katie's gonna warm up a set of forks. And she's gonna catch the bowl in the forks. A very light tap, it pops right off. Now this glass is still around 1,000 degrees, so Katie's gonna drop a little piece of paper towel in there. That little piece of paper towel will catch right on fire. Like I said, it's over 1,000 degrees still. If we're gonna keep this beautiful bowl, we would have put it into an oven called an annealing oven. It's kept at 910 degrees. This piece, however, it's not going in the oven. It's going into a bucket of cold water where it will crack and break into tiny little pieces. We call that cullet. Cullet is completely recyclable. And we'll throw it back into the furnace tonight. And Carl can make whatever he wants out of it again tomorrow. Any questions?
Now this is quite impressive. You could put a lot of punch in that punch bowl, right, Michelle?
I can't even reach the top.
You know, look how big it is. According to the description, this is a 12-gallon punch bowl. That is a lot of punch. Lots and lots of Tiffany lights here in the Tiffany Gallery. Beautiful stained glass window from about 1901 here. Like the largest collection of paperweights here. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. There's the glass. This is actually an instrument known as a crystallophone, where the player, these bowls would spin, and they're a different size, a different pitch, and you just put a wet finger across that and it would ring. Similarly, this was called the glass harmonica, where you would kind of rub your finger around the edge of the glass and get a tone out of it. So Michelle is starting to learn the phenomenon of when you go out to a public place and you vlog, the entire area can be empty until you turn on the camera and start filming, and then suddenly you're surrounded by dozens of people. It's amazing. This is not a happy face. No, I don't think so. Yeah, those are big glass sculptures. Space resonates regardless of our presence. That's this modern art piece. We got a nice shot of the gift store here. This is one of the bigger museum gift stores I've seen. Lots and lots of stuff. Although I'm feeling like it's a little bit past season. There's a nice snow family here and a Christmas tree, sort of. In the back of the pickup truck too. If only they had this in my size, I would just totally buy it. That's going to do it for this vlog. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below, share this video, and tell your friends. If you're new to my channel, check out some of my other videos. If you like them, consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that bell so you'll be notified of any future vlogs I put up. Till next time, signing off from Corning, New York. Bye-bye.